All right, round, I don't know, 4 or 5, whatever it is, of product knowledge from VIP Outdoors. But anyways, I'm glad I'm doing this. I really am glad I'm doing this, as painful as it is for me. I almost need a beer or something. But anyways, 3.5 spinner from VIP Outdoors. The 3.5 spinner is really what put VIP Outdoors on the tackle map. And that was maybe, I don't know, 2015, 2016. The very first year that I manufactured the 3.5 Colorado was in 2009. My very first order, I brought in 3,000 blades. I used to use them for summer steelhead, and I'd put them in front of my coon shrimp when I'd sit below Bonneville, anchored up. And we used to catch so many steelhead that I actually would cheat, and I'd take 2 of my 6 rods and I'd build a spinner, a 3.5 spinner with the number 2 hook on there, and those would catch summer Chinook over summer steelhead. It gave me a break from wrapping 2 extra rods a day, and we still caught all of our steelhead during the day, but it saved me on some bait and all that good stuff. So there's a little backstory for you of how I got started with the 3.5 Hex Colorado. Again, when I started pro trolling upriver so many years later, I knew in my mind that 3.5 caught summer Chinook in the same exact location that I was fishing for fall Chinook. Just out of having them sit in my gunnel and willing to try something different, tied it on a couple rods and away we went. So we went from, in 2009, manufacturing 3,000 3.5s to manufacturing what we do now every year, and there's quite a significant difference. So I have you guys to thank for that. Thank you so much. But that 3.5 Colorado, really cool blade, as you guys know. It completely changed the industry in the Northwest when it comes to how we fish our later spring fish, our later fall fish, and all up and down the coast. So again, thank you guys very much. Really, really do appreciate it. So 3.5 Colorado. There it is. That's what started it all. When I first started, we had gold, we had copper, we had two-face, gold Mexican hat, copper Mexican hat, Raging Cajun, and Bronco. That's it. That's all I made for summer steelhead, and that's all we needed for summer steelhead. Anyway, since then, it's gone crazy, right? So these are our 3.5 Colorados. They're made with a hex pattern, and like I said in my video a day or two ago, whatever, the number 3, this has that hex pattern on there, which puts out, see that? Which puts out light in a bunch of different facets. You could tell just the way it's rotating right there. So no matter where that fish is off to the side or underneath, they're gonna be able to see that light reflecting, opposed to a smooth spinner blade that just has one point of light on there. Okay, remember with these Colorados, when they're rotating through the water, they go nice and close to the shank like that. So if I'm going away from a fish or going into a fish, they have nothing to see. But on the side or underneath, that's where they're able to view it. That's what makes this effective. So when I see fish staggered throughout the graph, I use a Colorado. When I see them condensed and all I have is Colorados with me, which is never anymore, I put it right above them because I want to make them come up and chase it. Okay, so I very rarely put it in their wheelhouse, because a lot of times they can't see it unless you get it directly on the side of them. Okay, so Colorado, 3.5 Colorado. It's awesome because of you guys. Thank you. All right, here we go. That brought me to wondering why I could not catch fish in a certain column as consistently as I was when I was seeing them spread out. And then I thought about it. It's like, okay, think about all the fisheries that require a certain spinner blade where fish are condensed. Shallow water fisheries. Fish don't have a choice. They have to be in that shallow water. What blade historically do we use in those, what I call shallow water fisheries? Cascade blade. Think about all the coastal, all the Alaska stuff, big number 6, 7, even 8 Cascade blades, because it's all shallow. Cascade blade stands up away from the shank. So when you take it away from a fish or take it into a fish, they have a profile to look at. That's why we came up with this, okay? That's why we made the 3.5 Cascade. We made it in the 3.5 size so that we would be able to drag it behind a Pro Troller 360 without the resistance that would cause the 360 to stop rotating. So this spinner right here has been very, very effective for us. This spinner blade in particular, and I'll show you all the different things that we do with the 3.5 Cascade. With that fish being able to see the back of it, a lot of our 3.5 Cascades and a lot of our Cascade blades in general are painted on the back because, again, when you take it away, we want to give them something to look at and something to chase. So, hardwire spinner, 3.5. This is our 3.5 whip. All it is a 3.5 Cascade spinner with a single side wash hook for our local ocean fisheries. When we're coho fishing out in the ocean, we know that those fish are condensed to a certain level. They are all on the surface. They're all 12 to 20 feet deep. I mean, that's just where they live, and this is the most effective blade that I have for those fish. That's why we put on our anchovy leaders or fish them just like this. A little bit of advice, when you're fishing them out in the ocean like this, every now and again, I'll take a little piece of anchovy and I'll just chop it up and hook a little piece of anchovy on there every now and again. Or I use one of our scents also, okay? But good spinner right there. The only time that I rig our 3.5 Colorado or Cascade blades on a soft spinner is when I'm out at the coast. And I do that in that bigger water because you have so much flow between the water, how fast you're trolling, those fish are swimming so aggressively, taking short picks at it. I want to give them as much hook as possible, and they're not afraid of it out there. They are not afraid of too much profile and too much hook out there. So this right here is the way I tie my quote-unquote soft spinner out there at the coast, right? When I'm in Astoria, I say coast, but in Astoria specifically, okay, in that big deep water. I got 2 4/0 owner hooks tied with the Nush knot. We have the Nush knot, how to tie the Nush knot on our other how-to videos. A couple beads, removable clevis, and a 3.5 Colorado blade. That is it. It is literally that simple. That's what I use. It blows people's mind when they step in the boat and they see that and they go, really? And then their rod goes doubling over. It works. It is very, very effective. So one of my favorite ways to fish out there when I'm pro trolling and I'm able to clip blades in and out very, very quickly when the fish are gravitating to a certain color, and it is surprising how particular those fish are in Astoria. But when you figure out what they want, they will bite it absolutely every time. So great way to do it. For you, those of you who are like going, well, you know what, we lose blades. You just caught a Chinook and you lost a blade. I think that's a pretty good trade. Yeah, it's a pretty good trade. Lose a blade or two for a fish. It's not that big of a deal. You're rolling around in a $40,000 boat and you're belly aching about a blade that costs $2.50 that you just lost for a Chinook. Doesn't add up. Anyways, here we go. Enough about sour grapes. Okay, got that guy there. The second way is our anchovy leader. We got a how-to video on how to rig the anchovy leaders there with the full anchovy. That's our Cascade blade as well. Awesome presentation. You're stimulating their feel, their scent, and their vision all in one. So you got that fish, comes up, takes a whack at the anchovy straightens out. A lot of times that fish abandons it, and they go right back for that spinner blade because they don't feel like they've finished the job. These applications here, I have fished them. I fished this 3.5 with the inline flasher in front, with the Pro Troll flasher in front, with nothing in front of it. These 3.5 Colorados and 3.5 Cascades from VIP Outdoors, you can use them any way you want them. They're gonna catch a fish. It's pretty plain and simple. So they could help a Eastern Oregon desert kid catch fish in the Northwest. They're definitely be able to help you. So that's our 3.5 spinner. We got different videos on here of how to rig different things. Check those out also. But there are not too many places you can't find our 3.5 VIP Outdoor spinner or whips or blades anymore. You could always find them on the website at vipoutdoor.com. Again, thank you very much, because it is this 3.5 spinner that put us on the map, but more importantly, it's because of you guys, our customers, that we are on the map. So again, big thanks to you guys.